they never thought that it was going to be a problem by the time they get married.
How deep do you want us to go into this topic? Because
we call her goddess. And we are back again on What I Wish I Knew Before Getting Married.
Oh.
And guess who we have here? We call her goddess. I mean, look at her.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, welcome.
Yeah, thanks for.
So, let's just dive straight into the main gist. Give us your point. I'm sure by now, guys, you can already relate with some of these things. So, let's go again today.
Okay, so what I wish I knew before marriage. Wait, how raw do you want us to go into this topic?
Oh, this one. It's like I already know what you want to talk about.
How deep do you want us to go into this topic? Because
as raw as you can be.
So the number one point, this one might be a bit personal or might be kind of sensitive, will be on this childbirth thing.
Okay,
so as we all know, I'm still a waiting mother, and not in any way did we ever thought we'll be waiting this long. So I wish I knew that stuff like this happen in marriage. It's not like I don't know. It's
but you never saw that it was going to happen to you now.
Exactly.
I know.
It never occurred to us. My husband was someone that loves kids, and Emi Deli, mother of Israel. So I grew up. I'm the last born of my parents. I have siblings that all my siblings had kids before I got married, and I was privileged to be able to raise, live. I lived with most of them before I got married, and I was able to raise their kids as well. So they've seen me firsthand try to raise their children. It's always coming like, oh, when I have my own kids, I'm not worried about it. The mother already.
You don't learn them already.
And then at first we were even thinking, don't worry, don't even let's try.
It
will come. Year 1, year 2, and I'm like, what's going on here?
Hey, wow.
We never had that discussion. Couple that, okay, let's sit down. What if children doesn't come?
Who does that anyway? I'm not sure there are couples that do that.
Exactly. We never had that conversation. And it was not like we were keeping anything from each other. It was not like we didn't even see it coming. We didn't see it coming. So these are one of the things that I knew that I wish I knew that, okay, stuff like this can happen to anybody or could happen to us, and then people would have even started the medical preparation before we even got married. But it's not like anybody is acting against it. My husband is such a wonderful man. I'm thanking him.
Yeah, I know. I know, honorable.
He never disturbs me for, later no. And every medical journey we had now, he's always involved. He's always there, wanting to know more about the situation and everything. But how I wish that we could start.
You were prepared.
Yes. In fact, sometimes I used to tell myself that if I had known that I'll be waiting this long, I might have even probably just tell my mommy, share the bashu by. Let me because I had the privilege of dating him for a very long period of time. We dated for years. He knew, and we didn't say, we weren't thinking, oh, Jeka Bimo, or let's even start doing that move. All my thinking was, oh, okay, pastor, let's just keep the bed holy till we got married, and then we now got married. If I had known, I would have said, mommy, let me give birth before all this bomb. So that's one thing I wish I knew. And then now that it is happening and I'm saying it now, I don't know if there are singles that watch videos like this before they eventually get married. I want to put in whatever thing you are doing before you get married, please know this. Nobody prays for it. Nobody's praying for it for anyone, but it could happen. what will you do? How prepared are you for that
Mm.
journey? I wasn't
What kind
prepared.
of person are you marrying?
Yes, what kind of person are you marrying? Is the person understanding? Will the person understand? Because some people will say, oh, ma worry, that baby more understand. But when they now feel that shoe,
Mm.
how will they act? So Odu Sobo, Shodun Shele. So that's just, I would just like to give that advice out that if possible, do all the medical tests that needs to be done. In fact, some people know that okay, there are some tests you do, maybe like genotype, all these genotype, blood tests, and the likes. But most people don't do fertility tests before getting married. And there are a lot of fertility tests that women are supposed to do. In fact, men are supposed to do before they also get married. So all these things, maybe we should start adding it to. Let's just know if my eggs are okay. Let's just know if the sperm is, if the mobility. There might not, there
Mm.
might actually be nothing wrong with the sperm. It might just be the mobility that is affecting the whole thing. So many things that I wish I knew before I get married. But thank God God is giving us the grace to, face it, and we are facing it well. See,
Well,
decided to change the topic. And then yes, another one.
before you say
How-
another one, actually, you are supposed to say one. I know
Please,
you have
I
20.
said, how deep do you want me to go into this topic?
Let's just round this up.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
So, you mentioned the point about doing some tests, running some tests before getting married, and I was
Yeah,
going to say, not just when you are about to get married. I
yes,
think ladies should, do some hormone profile tests, all of
yeah,
those tests, fertility tests, to just know that you are okay. Because as a matter of fact, some ladies get into marriage without knowing that, oh, they have a part of their hormone that is supposed to be low is high. And
exactly.
it is when they are going doing medical tests here and there, they discover, when they start to hear the symptoms, they discover that, oh, I was experiencing this thing when I was in
At
secondary
some
school. I was seeing this, and they never thought that it was going to be a problem by the time they
yeah,
get married. So you're
yeah,
actually right about doing medical tests.
it's even I won't say shameful, but it's kind of embarrassing that there are some situations out there that most of us don't even know.
Pay
We are not
attention to.
aware. We are not aware at all. Thank God now there's some awareness happening. You see this PCOS thing. In fact, I've spoken to a doctor before that said every woman would have one experience of hormonal imbalance at one point in their life. It might happen because of stress, it might happen because of change of environment, but you would probably have experienced hormonal
Experience it.
imbalance. Yeah. And I never knew. I never
Hmm.
knew. In fact, I don't know that there's a lot of hormonal imbalance, wishy. But as a matter of fact, I did one test yesterday that I'm just hearing about for the first time in my
Can
life.
you imagine?
It's smear test. Smear test, oh, cervical
Okay,
test.
no, smell test, cervical cancer test.
Thank you.
Uh,
It was yesterday I get to know, and then my doctor was like, okay, we have to input it for you. You have to do it. You have to do most of it. By the special grace of God, what you are looking for, you will not find it because I'm not.
Meanwhile, the
I'm
smell test, left to Nigeria, you might grow from bring a baby to old age and die without
not
hearing it.
exactly.
Some
So
things
I was
are
just
also, dependent on environment. Actually, yeah. So a
exactly.
lot of learnings to do. A lot
So
of things to actually know. But
this.
about doing this medical test, I think especially if you feel like something is wrong,
Mm-hmm.
maybe you have extraordinary painful messes or a kind of experience that is,
Exactly.
or
That,
you just know it's your body. You just know that something is not right. And
exactly. Or you see a
most
change
times we
in
don't
your
want to pick it
period.
up because we are well in ourselves, so we
Mm.
just it will go.
Or you
But
notice that your
eventually it
period
might
doesn't
it might
come.
be, yeah, it might be a bigger problem. Yeah. So it's good that you mentioned that. So yeah, that is one thing. This is a very sensitive one, and I'm happy that you are sharing it. You are one person that, I mean, You are super strong. I give it to you.
Thank you.
I give it to you and your husband. You are super strong. You guys are lovely.
Thank you.
So, like I said, couples don't prepare for this. Like, you don't get married and you don't meet a person and then start to plan how you are going to wait and how you are going to go through the
Yeah.
process. No.
Yeah.
But if you marry a good person, there is allowance, because a lot of things will be happening in marriage. A person that has the ability to, they can take in stuff, you guys can work together.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing, because we don't, as a matter of fact, we don't know what the marriage is going to bring. But if we marry someone, a God-fearing person, we know that whatever happens, we are together.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. So
that's the most important thing. If there is if there is togetherness in any challenges, it is halfway solved. I put it that way. Because by the time you maybe the wife is weak at one point, the husband is standing in the gap, either to pray or to make research or to do something. And when the husband is weak or down, you, the wife, you are there to
picking it up.
So any challenges in marriage, I think it's just important that just know that both of you are in it together. But when it becomes, omulo ni problem, emi ni problem, that's number
Voila
ti ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn. In fact, such marriage it takes the grace of God for it to stand.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that. I hope you guys have, in fact, even me self, I have learned. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much. So guys, we would, as you already know, want to hear from you what you wish you knew before getting married. We want to plead that you subscribe. Don't just watch and run away. Please subscribe and like, and yes, share with your friends that this video is going to be helpful for. Thank you so much. Bye. We love you.
Yeah.